Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Sonia Marie. If you don't know by now, well, now you know. Thank you for tripping up on my channel, on my broadcast. I'm grateful that you're here. And if you are a repeat offender, thank you for coming back. All the information that you need to know about moi is down in my description box right below the video here. Let me make a couple of announcements though. First, I would love to invite you to our third annual Word Life Astrology Retreat, which is going on September 10th through the 13th. February 1st is the registration deadline. I want you there. I really, really want you there. There's a lot of beautiful people that come together that come in the guise of love only. And we go deep into that healing space to bring together the tribe that we are. That is the theme for this year, the tribe that we are, coming together with our expertise, our love, our guidance, our healing tools, and allowing each other to blossom in just light and love and fellowship. You dig? Also, so if you want to join us, truthfully, when I tell you, please stalk me a little bit and go to IG and follow the hashtag Word Life Astrology Retreat, and you will see the wonderful pictures and testimonies that come up about our particular retreat. It's mind-boggling because God lives in Sedona, Arizona. That's for real, for real. God lives all over, but God is definitely in Sedona. Okay, another thing I want to announce is I'm putting together a discount couples read for February and Valentine's Day. All right. So if you and your boo, you and your beau, your significant other, your partner, your husband, your wife want to come together and get a couples read with me, it is discounted at $145 for 60 minutes. Yep, it's a bargain. Trust when I tell you, $145 for 60 minutes. We put both of your charts together to see how you relate to one another. When I tell you it's one of my favorite things to do, it absolutely is, because you see personality wise where you guys are shortcoming in some areas and excel in other areas, and how you can basically relate to each other from a more conscious perspective, because that is the tools that I have in my arsenal. Nothing but consciousness and spirituality and some down home Yonkers. You know what I mean? Anyway, the third, whatchamacallit? Oh, so if you want to do that, I'm sorry. If you want to get down, and I'll let y'all know by posting some stuff. If you want to get down with that couples read, please email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. That's word, not world, wordlifeastrology@gmail.com, and let me know you want to get on that couples read special. 60 minutes, 145. All right. And the third announcement is, we put together an intention sheet for 2020, which will be coming out at the end of this week. So please be on the lookout for a live little broadcast of what it is that we're going to do with this intention sheet. I really want my heart of hearts, my sole purpose for doing what I do is to bring people together to live their best and their most prosperous, their most spiritual, open-hearted life. Really, they teach themselves how to heal. They heal each other. You don't need a leader because you are your own leader. So I hope to spark that in you through the little things that I do. And this intention sheet is going to be one for 2020, a list of questions that you can check off and or fill in and be mindful of week by week to see if you're on the right track with your goals and your intentions on every level: spiritual, emotional, work-related, and relationships as well. All right, so be on the lookout for that particular live situation. Some things just make me dance. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get to this week. This week is a really, really interesting week. First and foremost, let me tell you this. Oh, wait, hold, squirrel, pause. Who's in the spot? Katrina is here and Angela Hill. Happy belated solar return. Taz is here. What's up, Natasha? Is that your name? True Empress Right? True Empress Right. Now, that's either a book title, a goddamn superstar name, True Empress Right. That's what I'm talking about. Aubrey is here. I love it. So glad that y'all are here. D King is here and Samantha. Hi, thank y'all for being here. I really, 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 really appreciate you. Like and subscribe and share and all of that stuff. Please. Y'all got me to 1,000. Ooh, I was gonna make mention who was the thousandth person that put me over the top. I know this is a lot of talking outside of what y'all may or may not want to hear. You came onto this page to hear, but please, please, and very please be patient with a sister. I don't know if it's here yet, but I'm gonna find it if I can. Oh, LaRonda, Dr. LaRonda. She was the 1000th the 1000th subscriber, and I appreciate you because you have no idea the things that I can do now that I have 1000 subscribers. So thank you, and thank all of you for being on this channel. All right, 5 minutes and 35 seconds into this thing, let's talk about astrology. Yo, this week there are very, very few planetary aspects, right? Very, very few like major shifts that are happening. And I mean, I, for one, need a little break. I don't know about you. But here's the deal that's really, really going down this week, which is kind of auspicious and something that we have to pay attention to, right? First and foremost, today the moon is in Pisces. And did you know that Neptune is in Pisces and Venus is in Pisces as well? So if the moon is in Pisces, the moon is going to activate, kick off, go into conjunction with Venus and Neptune within a day or two, and it probably feels like that now. So let me tell you this. What that means basically is that Pisces energy is extremely ethereal, extremely, extremely intuitive, very much unseen. That's the unseen part of the title of this particular broadcast, right? It's everything that you cannot touch. Like, trust me when I tell you. Here's the problem and the conundrum, right? Is that most people on the planet need to see it, to be proven, to have some rationale, to have some practicality behind things that are changing and moving in their lives. This unseen aspect that's happening today through Wednesday. Thursday is the end of Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday is going to shift. That's the reality part. We'll get to that in a minute. But this unseen part, this ambiguous Piscean energy that's allowing us to just step into the most serious flow you've ever felt. Like, truthfully. Rewind selector. Let's go back. Love, 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 and healing energy to all of Kobe Bryant's family and all the people and their families that passed away yesterday in that helicopter crash. Now, the reason why I'm giving my love, I don't want to bring us down, but LA is really somber right now. It's a very interesting atmosphere in Los Angeles, California. Really, really somber. I, for one, am extremely sad, right? But at the same time, I'm happy and elated for a bunch of different reasons in which I'd like to express to you. This all parlays into what it is that I'm talking about. Y'all ready? Here's the deal, is that there are a lot of drastic, destructive changes that are happening, quite like with that helicopter ride, right? Quite like people just dying out of nowhere that's in your family or friends that you know. Quite like your building just falling apart, literally and figuratively, and things in your life are just brick by brick falling apart. Destruction is at hand. Death is at hand. Transformation is at hand. And the unseen part of that is that we have no idea why that's going down. No idea. It's not rational. It's not understood. We can't understand what's happening. We can't put our finger on it. Like, why are these young lives being taken? Why does it seem like something has been snuffed before it got started? Here's the deal. The unseen that's being ushered, in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion. That's why you're on this page, right? You're on this channel. In my opinion, the unseen has more of a purpose than anything that you can ever touch or hug in this lifetime. Trust me when I tell you, right? They do things above and beyond us. And it is ushered in by this Piscean energy. That's my opinion. With today being the moon in Pisces and Neptune, like seriously hovering over us with a feeling of delusion or confusion or escapism, right? The need to pray, the need to cry through the things that we don't understand, that just don't make sense. The need to float on. Like, I don't know about you, but all day I've been feeling like, just like, other than the fact that LA is really somber, but just like there's this energy, there's this weird waterbed motion that's happening right now. And everybody is in the waterbed. Now, depending on who you are, you can either rock with this waterbed and glide with it first couple of days of the week, or you can be really pissed off by the fact that you have been slowed down and forced to understand what the messages are that's coming through the other side. Do y'all understand me? Yes, yes, y'all. Y'all with me? I'm going somewhere with this. If y'all don't know where I'm going by now, then you'll find out in just a little bit. Piscean energy takes you there. Piscean energy doesn't deal with a lot of tactile information, a lot of things that are happening on the planet. It just doesn't understand it completely because it deals mainly from compassion and understanding from the inside. It deals mainly with love, unconditional love, and honestly, our ancestors and our guides, the ethereal, like I said already 4 times, right? We are being forced to take what is unknown and unseen and doing our best by the week's end to create a reality out of that. How the fuck do you do that? First and foremost, give reverence to the unseen. How about that for a freaking notion? Give reverence to the unseen. Now, I'm not just talking about give reverence to your ancestors and your guides. I'm not just talking about give reverence in prayer and in church. I'm not just talking about reading Bible verses, okay? I'm talking about things that you know that you need to do, that you feel that wake you up in the middle of the night, that's stuck in your chest, that has this welling, this feeling, this sensation that comes up through your throat, but you have no idea how you're going to apply that in your real life situation. Y'all hearing me? Oftentimes we get stuck not understanding the messages that come through because we don't know how to parlay them. We don't know how to put them out so we can see them. Oh, this week is all about that. Trust me when I tell you, but I mean, listen, you'll be a boss if you get it. All you have to do is pay attention. I'm getting excited. All you have to do is pay attention. Why? Because God says, listen, nobody asks you to do level 5 and 6 and 7. I'm just asking you to pay attention to level 1. Level 1 is your nervousness about what it is that you don't understand. Level 1 is the fact that you're holding back your tears about Kobe and his family and all the beautiful people that were on that helicopter. Level 1 is you getting tight up in your drawers, tight up in your muscles, because you don't understand why your favorite aunt passed away last week or last year or whatever the case may be. You don't understand why your job has just let you go out of nowhere when you're the best performer on your particular in your particular job or your vocation. You don't understand. What makes you think, and shit for that matter, as mere humans, that we're supposed to understand everything that comes across our way? There's no way to do that. We are people that use 10% of our freaking brain. We will not understand it all. So the surrender, the understanding that things are bigger than us will bring us far further than really trying to rack our brain and shut our sleep patterns down and become upset with people and start pointing fingers at them. Boop, that's another level. And I've talked about this before quite some time. Couple different times. But when we don't understand the unseen, follow me, right? When we don't get the unseen, we do our best to point fingers at people, harbor on old feelings and harbor on thoughts, stories that we make up in our own mind, right? Because for some reason, the unseen is way too unseen. It's too fabricated. It must be bullshit. I must be going crazy. So I'm going to rationalize something. I'm going to come up with some story that makes sense to me. And I'm going to blame you or I'm going to blame you for what it is that I don't understand. What the hell? Are y'all exhausted? I need y'all to answer that question. And the exact question is this: are you exhausted of trying to be the master of your life in which you were told you had to be? Listen to me carefully. Are you exhausted by trying to control every single thing in your life, like what the society tells us to do? There's no way we can control it. Yes, we are co-creators to this thing, but are you exhausted trying to carry all the burdens of having every answer possible, of being the one that's taking care of everybody? Being the one who's the shoulder, who's the lean on. Are you exhausted for having to know and having to make sense? What's wrong with saying, you know what, that's on God? I have no idea what that's about. I have no idea what that's about. And as a matter of fact, I so don't know how much that is. I said that are all grammatically incorrect. I so don't know how much that is that I'm just going to give it up. I'm just going to give it up. I'm going to say my little prayer and know that every step I take, I'm going to be taken care of. Listen, I'm not speaking on some general terms right here. I'm not promoting church nor telling y'all to believe in Jesus. All I'm saying to you is this, is that oftentimes things happen and there is no explanation. And you create your own problems by trying to find a rationale to everything that happens in your life. Thus, create more problems. Thus, make other people more problems. Now, by the end of the week, the reality sets in. And what I mean by that, there are other changes that are happening in the universe where a lot of fire sign energy comes in, a lot of air sign energy comes in. And now you have a place in which you can go, wait, hold on. At the beginning of the week, today, Tuesday, and summer Wednesday, the beginning of the week, we were given all these ethereal thoughts and understandings and these dreams that plagued us that said, maybe you could do this, maybe you can do that. This is what's in your subconscious. Hold back, surrender to this. And then by the end of the week, there's the reality. You see it all in your hands now. God starts validating shit around you. People will walk up to you and say exactly what it is that spirit put in your brain or put in your consciousness when you were asleep. Now you have to do something with it. Now you're like, wait, this is the reality of it all. I may not completely understand it, but if I'm told X, Y, and Z, I probably should try to do it. I probably should reach out to people to make it happen, even if I'm not talking to them, even if I haven't spoken to them in years, even if my money is funny. Are y'all hearing me? Like really, really hearing me? I hear you. Thank you. As I said that, I look at Empress H and she says, I hear you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is a true soapbox today. I knew it. I said, Spirit, you about to put us on one today. And I heard, yup, it's about that time. Every now and again, I go in like this. But I want y'all to know that this fight between the unseen and the reality will not just trip you up this week. It will trip you up for forever. You know why? Because Pluto and Saturn has been doing its deal to break down all these fucking traditional standards that you've been holding on, that you think is yours, but ain't yours. That's been like your ancestors or your grandfathers or whatever the case may be. And what I'm talking about is traditions that no longer work. I'm not talking about the things that do work. I'm not talking about the messages that comes through. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the things that you know that don't work any longer, that you're fighting hard to hold on to. Why? Because you don't believe the unseen, because you don't believe in God, because you don't trust. Man, that gets me more than anything. Over the 1,000 clients, thousands, not hundreds of thousands, Sonia, you're not that popular yet. Let's just say a good 5,000 plus. To clients that I do have, what bugs me out is the fact that we don't trust ourselves and what is given today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. You're going to hear some prompts that you have to trust. You're not going to know what to do with it. It's going to tell you, you know what? You're a purple people eater. What's they call that? Purple people eater? A purple people. Sonia, what the is wrong with me? Sometimes I just come up with stuff in my head and then the joke don't come out all the way and then I look mad crazy. But the bottom line is this. You're probably giving some crazy outlandish information and you don't know what to do with it. Nobody said to do anything with it right now. Trust. The reason why that helicopter went down was for good reason. Trust that life continues to go on. Trust that your grandparents, your mother, your father, and those that have crossed over are still here and that are like literally banging on the glass. When I do readings, they're like sitting there ready, banging on this proverbial glass that separates our reality and theirs, saying, listen, I got something to say. If you don't trust it though, if you're too busy in your human shit, blaming people and getting mad and holding on to your past hurt and holding on to your pain and really doing your best to try to be sarcastic and out somebody else's wrongs and out somebody else's mistakes because your shit don't really look too good. Come on now. If you're too busy being petty, that information, that's not coming through. And when it does come through, you won't have no idea. You won't know what to do with it. Listen, please. I come on here because I can't keep all this information in my head sometimes. I see people's ancestors and their guides. I see folks walking around, and I try to be Sonia too. You dig? But I see them like people really trying their best to be real. And what happens is that the people that they roll with are snickering alongside them. The people that they roll with don't believe what it is that they're saying. The people that they roll with don't believe their damn selves. So they're belittling everything and everybody around you. Like for real? Aren't you tired of beating each other down and beating yourself down? Aren't you tired of not trusting? Because at some point or another, when you have to build this new life, as Pluto is tearing shit apart, when you really, really have to build your new life, what are you going to build it on? A wing and a motherfucking prayer? No, you build it on trust. You build it on the fact that you've been listening to all the things that you've been hearing, and you write it down and you put it in a space where you know this is exactly what's going to happen. So when I get the inclination to do something, to call Sonia about such and such and such, I'm doing it. Regardless of what my human nature says, my ego says, what everybody else in my family said. I'm calling her because God said I have to call her. Do you understand that example? Sometimes you have to go against what it is that your human ego and past situations has prompted you to believe. It's a new day, y'all. And as it's becoming a new day, things are continuously falling apart. People and situations are continuously dying. How are you going to bring all these messages into reality? I'm hype as heck. I can't tell you. Why? Because I think it's about time that we grow the fuck up. Like for real. There's a lot of information on YouTube, and I'm so grateful and proud and honored to be among a lot of people that are doing their just due for folks. But if anything, I really, really pray in my heart of hearts that everybody, including myself, is teaching listeners and viewers like you to just be stronger in you. Be stronger in you. Pay attention and trust what it is that you hear. Not what everybody else hears, not what everybody else is saying, not what I'm saying for that matter. Pay attention to the voices that are coming through you so you have a chance to build your new reality. It's a new day. People are leaving because they're setting up for the next situation. People are leaving because they don't want to deal with the planet in the way that it is right now. And I mean, knock on wood, not to say Sonia is going anywhere, but can you blame them? Can you blame a motherfucker for wanting to check out of this place? I'm not promoting suicide. Please do not take it that way. What I'm saying is that this world has a lot of work to do. And if we're going to be here, we got to be raw dog. If we're going to be here, we got to be open up enough to do our work and to be honest with ourselves. Speaking of honest, as I leave out of here, Mars is in Sagittarius right now, right? Mars in Sagittarius is movement and honesty. And that is squaring a lot of Pisces information right now. Ooh, wow. That's everything I was just talking about in my heated discussion to me and you. Do y'all get this? Mars in Sag says you got to move with fever, with honesty, with knowing who you are, right? And the worst case scenario is being a little selfish. And the worst case scenario is Mars and Sagittarius moving in a way in which if you don't believe it, fuck it, get out the way. I believe it. That little vibrato helps every now and again, but when it's squaring the most compassionate energy of the universe, which is Pisces, Pisces is begging, yeah, you can move, but you got to be a little understanding and compassionate about the next person and the next situation and everybody else's shit jumping down or dying. Squirrel brings me to the idea of narcissists. They are having a really, really difficult time because narcissists believe that their truth is their truth. Y'all dig that? Narcissists who are always talking about themselves, what it is I need to do, how you hurt me. My mother died and this is what I have to do. Like, really? Really? That movement, Mars in Sagittarius, is honest, gotta love it. Adventurous, gotta love it. But it can also represent and fuel the narcissist. Pisces energy, Moon right now, which is going to shift in another day or two. And Neptune and Venus is saying, yeah, you can move. You can be aware too. And you can know as you move with a purpose. It's just not enough to move anymore, y'all. Y'all get this? Yes, anybody? Please ask me any questions you want in the comments below, and I will gladly, gladly respond to them. I hope you come on here with love and light, though. Don't bring that bullshit. Because if it's not your feelings, it's okay. You don't have to agree with what it is that I agree with or I promote. Keep your stuff to yourself and lead yourself on. Just don't hurt nobody or yourself in the process, all right? I'm so glad to take this time with you. And again, if you want to come to our third annual retreat, it's in the description box below. Please go on and do that thing, will you? I appreciate you coming, and look for the intention sheet of 2020. Yo, unseen versus reality. How do you consciously meld the two? How do you consciously bring the concept of integration? Integration is a beast. It's like that sweet little seesaw that you used to balance on in the playground. You didn't want to get your big friend. No disrespect to people over a particular amount of weight. But you didn't want to get the big one or the little one to get on the seesaw. You wanted somebody that was about your height and your size so you can find balance. You get what I'm saying? Where I'm trying to go in my half-ass funny kind of way. You dig? That's what integration is about. Taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, blending it together and seeing your new track, seeing where you need to go. Start to rebuild based on what spirit is giving you and based on what this world has to offer. It don't have to be a lot. It just has to be a little bit to get you to the next step. I hope this makes sense to you. I really, 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 really do in my heart of hearts. Be good to yourself and be good to everybody around you, all right? It's time to get honest, but it's time to be fair. And trust yourself and be compassionate along the way. Take care.